All right, good evening, everybody. I'm going to call this regularly scheduled commission meeting to order. Time is approximately 7 p.m. Today's date is April 13th, and first item is an approval of the agenda. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I heard Commissioner Clark, but I didn't hear the second. Commissioner Coleman. We'll put Commissioner Coleman on that. Any discussion about the agenda from the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The motion passes unanimous. Okay, invocation by Naeem Urched. Please rise if you can, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right, if we can all bow our heads in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening with grateful hearts, thankful for the many blessings you have bestowed upon our city and our community. We ask for your wisdom over this meeting, that every discussion be thoughtful, every decision be guided by discernment, and every action be rooted in sincere desire to serve others well. Grant our leaders humility and service, courage and conviction, and the wisdom to always place the needs of this community above personal interests. Remind us that though we may not always agree, we are united in our shared love for the city and our desire to see it flourish for generations to come. Please continue to bless the city of Newberry, protect the families who call it home, and guide all who have been entrusted with the responsibility to serve. We ask all of this in Jesus Christ's name, amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
Thank you to both of you. Appreciate that. Just a friendly reminder to the dais also, microphone equals video. So you got to have your microphone on in order for the video to come in. So first thing, we're going to do some presentations tonight from our candidates. The first one I have on the list here is Naeem Urched. Yep, back up.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners, for giving me a few moments tonight. My name is Naeem Joseph Urched, and I stand here humbled, grateful, and honored to be a candidate for Newberry City Commission. First and foremost, I want to thank God, because without His grace, His guidance, and His strength, I would not be standing here today. To my wife and my children, thank you for your sacrifice, your patience, and your love throughout this journey. Anyone who serves in public life knows that service is never carried alone. The family walks that road with you, and I am forever grateful for mine. To my family, my friends, my supporters, and this incredible community, thank you. Thank you for your encouragement, your prayers, your trust, and your belief in me. And I especially want to thank those who came before us, the leaders, volunteers, the public servants who helped shape Newberry into the city we love today. Thank you. We are blessed because others answered the call to serve before us. When I entered this race, I gave this community my word that I would run a campaign focused on what I bring to the table, not on tearing others down. And I stand here tonight proud to say that I kept that word, because I believe leadership is not defined when life is easy. Leadership is revealed when your character is tested. No one grows without being tested. No one gains wisdom without experience. And no one becomes the person they are meant to be without learning through life's challenges. What matters most is not where someone started. What matters is whether they learned, whether they grew, and who they chose to become. And I am proud of the man I have become through those lessons. Proud of the husband I am, proud of the father I am, and proud of the servant leader I have worked to become. But leadership is more than character. It's also about vision, preparation, and willingness to do the work. I bring experience serving the city through the Planning and Zoning, Historic Architectural Review Board, and the Opioid Task Force. I bring thoughtful decision-making, a strong work ethic, and willingness to ask difficult questions when it matters the most. My priorities are clear. I want to continue strengthening our public safety so our families and first responders have the support and resources that they need. I want to invest in our parks and recreation so our children and families continue to have a place to gather, play, and build community. I want to focus on our infrastructure and smart planning so Newberry grows responsibly and does not outpace the roads, the utilities, and the services our residents rely on. And I want to support our small businesses, our local entrepreneurs, because they are the backbone of our local economy and part of what gives Newberry its unique character. I believe Newberry deserves leaders who lead with humility, leaders who remain steady when times get difficult, and leaders who understand that public office is truly about service to their communities. I love this city, I believe in this city, and I believe with all my heart that the best days of Newberry are still ahead of us. I will continue to pray for Newberry. I will continue to hope for our amazing city. And on Tuesday, tomorrow, April 14th, I hope to earn your vote, and I will continue to serve this city with humility and a servant's heart. Thank you for your time. God bless you, and God continue to bless Newberry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, Monty Farnsworth.
Thanks to the commission and the citizens for this opportunity to speak. First, I need to take time to apologize to the owners of the dog kennel that I mentioned in my letter. I didn't say their name then, I won't say it now. But I sincerely regret any adverse opinion of them I may have caused. That wasn't my intent. I've spoken to the owner and several others and truly believe that she is very caring and loving to all the dogs she takes care of, and everyone has told me that she does a great job and they have complete trust in her. My hope is they and their neighbors can work towards a solution that benefits all parties involved. Hopefully this issue will be resolved and everyone involved will be satisfied with the outcome. Now, why you should vote for me? First of all, experience. I've been on the city commission for over 22 years, and I have more experience than any of my opponents. I bring to the table a unique perspective because I've seen and been a part of Newberry from when it was a population of less than 1,000 to where it is now. Newberry has always been a progressive town. We were the first small city in the area to own its own wastewater plant. That was back in the 70s. Cities like Archer still don't have a wastewater plant. We went from a volunteer fire department, of which I was a part of, to a full-time fire department. We had our own cable TV system at one time, our own garbage pickup at one point. But things change and we have to embrace it as it presents itself. We had the first black commissioners in the area, maybe all of Florida at that time. He was Mr. McCleary. Some people think that was Maxie Owens or Freddie Womack, but I believe that Mr. McCleary was the first. He lived about 2 blocks from me. His son and I grew up together. Of course, the first black mayor was Freddie Womack, and I was too young to vote for McCleary or Perkins, but I did get to vote for Freddie. He used to call me blood brother, and there's a story behind that, and I'll tell you later. Also, I got to vote for the first woman mayor in the area, Mentally Norfleet. All of this was unheard of at the time, but Newberry has always been on the forefront of reform and innovation before any other town in our area. My point is, I've been a part of all of that. I know more about Newberry than most people because I lived it. As far as actually giving back to the citizens of Newberry, a lot of what myself and my family have done has gone untold. And it's not something to go around bragging about, but let me tell you about a few things. I'm a third generation Newberry, and my father and mother had a grocery store and a gas station combination, and it was a small thing. Just so you realize how small it was, there were only 2 gas pumps, one for regular gas and one for Supreme. It was located by where the post office is now. I grew up in a black neighborhood, and a lot of our customers were from that area. I remember elderly black ladies coming up and buying groceries. A lot of times they'd buy them on credit. We'd write down on a small 3x5 index card, and Daddy wouldn't charge them any interest on what they bought. we have to realize at that time, no one would give them credit, but we did. It was my job to load the groceries into the truck and take them and their groceries home, take the groceries out for them, and help them inside. And at the beginning of the next month, when they would get their Social Security check, they would come by and pay all their debt. We would do the same for farmers as they bought their diesel and kerosene from us, and they would usually pay after their crops came in, and they would get some money to pay for their fuel. Again, we didn't charge any interest on any credit we gave. I'm the only one in my group that actually worked on farms. I cropped tobacco, loading watermelons and cantaloupes. I know what farming is like. None of my opponents have experienced that. Some other things, I bought a grave site for a family that didn't have enough money to bury their relative. I bought a water heater for someone whose water heater had been struck by lightning and they didn't have enough money for a new one. I've done numerous medical things for citizens, from giving insulin to bandage changes for some elderly people, and their family asked me if I could help. When a citizen was about to lose their trailer to a sinkhole, myself and a group of other citizens showed up and helped them save their home. There have been so many things I've done to help, I seriously can't remember all over the years. I do remember as a teenager, there was an elderly black couple that lived about a half block from my house, and every Thanksgiving I would take them a turkey. That was Mr. and Mrs. Ratliff. Of course, they have long passed, but I remember how appreciative they were. Now it seems that helping people is defined as having a forum on Facebook. Even there, you will get blocked or your post will get deleted if the monitor doesn't agree with you. Yet they spread lies and rumors at their own whim. I believe honesty, integrity, and telling the truth goes a long way. I have never taken donations from my campaign simply because you never know who's going to be standing in front of you while you're on the dais, asking for something to be approved or a situation that we as commissioners have to deal with. I don't want anyone to say that I voted a certain way because this person or company funded my account or campaign. Commissioner Coleman, this is between me and you didn't hear it from me. I promise you that I will never try and put the final nails in your coffin. We don't agree on everything, but what was done to you was malicious and planned to put you and Tripp Norfleet in a bad light. It was done without all the facts. And now try to say it was because he was young and stupid. He was a grown man at the time and knew exactly what he was doing. Then they try and blame the audio on AI. Well, that didn't work. So then they try to put the blame on Jason McGehee, and that was a lie. Jason didn't meet with anyone to plot against you. He asked the mayor about it, and the mayor took the information to our attorney and said there was no issue, and Jason dropped it. So the supporters of my opponents need to try to stop blaming Jason McGehee. Commissioner Clark, you spent your life defending our country, which is greatly appreciated. My father served in World War II, and my great uncle was killed in France during that war. His body is still over there. I had friends fight and some die in the Vietnam War. I purchased bricks for them at the Veterans Memorial. I promise you, I will never bow down and kiss the ring of a communist in order to try to get his support. Commissioner Long-Amazon, I promise you that I will never be that person that smiles in your face and stabs you in the back. We might not always agree on everything, but you can trust me and I will be truthful with you. My opponent has told so many lies that he needs to carry a bottle of water with him so he can put his pants out when they catch on fire. So that's a very brief of everything I could tell the citizens, but that's all I'm going to say at this time. I humbly ask for your support and vote tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Mercado, we have you up next. You ready?
This thing on? All right. It'll get you. Good evening, Mayor, Commissioner, City staff, and neighbors. My name is JD Mercado. Tonight, I'm not here to talk about zoning maps, annexation, protocols, or infrastructure tiers. Instead, I want to talk to you about something fundamental: intent. Every one of us has a story about how we ended here in these seats or in this audience. Some of you were born into this legacy of Newberry, your roots going generations deep into the soil here. But for those of us who arrived later, the Johnny-come-latelys, we had to make a conscious choice, a choice to choose Newberry. When I found Newberry, I didn't just see a dot on the map or a convenient suburb of Gainesville. I chose Newberry because it's one of the last places where community wasn't just a buzzword. It's a functional reality here. I chose this city because balance is possible here. We're at a crossroads where we can embrace the future, bringing in smart growth and modern opportunities without bulldozing the quiet rural character that makes us exhale the moment we drive past these city limits behind us. Accountability matters. Here in Newberry, in a world that feels like it's increasingly disconnected, this is a place where you can look your neighbors in the eye at the grocery store, at festivals, and know that your weight actually carries, your word actually carries weight. You have your own backstories. You're each legendary in your own way, and we all come together to weave a beautiful tapestry that is this city's history. The future here is local. I believe that this is the most impactful decision in a person's life, that it's not made in DC or in Tallahassee, it's made right here in this chamber. I chose to be here because I wanted to be part of this community that takes destiny into its own hands. I didn't move to Newberry to see it become Gainesville 2.0. I moved here because Newberry is what I want, and I have the courage to help it remain a city that grows with purpose, that protects its own, that stays grounded in the values of hard work and neighborly respect. I chose Newberry to build a life. Now I'm asking for the opportunity to help build its future. Tomorrow, April 14th, I hope Newberry chooses me. But no matter your politics, I implore everyone watching at home, everyone here, anyone that can even hear the sound of my voice, get out and vote tomorrow. It's the only way to make your voices heard and to continue to choose Newberry. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. And from the mayor's seat, I absolutely wish all the candidates the best of luck tomorrow, and look forward to whoever wins. That's it for our candidate introductions. Next is rants. We have a 2025 FMEA Safety Award presentation. Mr. Rance.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Commission. The City of Newberry was one of 17 Florida Public Power Utilities to receive a 2025 Safety Award from Florida Public Municipal Electric Association for its strong commitment in workplace safety. The City of Newberry earned a perfect record in Category A, which is 0 to 59,999 hours worked, meaning it had no reportable injuries or illnesses. The award recognizes Newberry's dedication to protecting employees while providing reliable power to the community. Tonight, we have our electric supervisor, Colton Langford, here to receive this award. Now your speech is next. Thank you, guys.
Good job, Colton. You have a 4 or 5 minute speech prepared, right? Is that a no whistle?
Rance, could you take Colton and let's snap a photo with the mayor with that award? We can actually, you want to do it up against that wall right there? Sure.
I appreciate these guys. I'm fairly skinny.
me well.
Move the angles around, up and down.
Got it. Good job.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say before we move on that I appreciate the commission's leadership. Those kinds of accomplishments, you know, we say them, we recognize them, but it doesn't happen without concerted effort towards training, towards the equipment that is needed in order to do those things. All of that begins up here. It begins with you guys supporting that, and it begins with setting that clear message that we do put the lives and safety of our employees first. So thank you guys. Rance, thank you for instilling that message into your team, and please tell everybody how proud we are of them.
Indeed, indeed. It is a conscious decision. All right, public announcements, 2 minutes each, non-controversial things. Or come on up. Just introduce yourself and we'll put 2 minutes on the clock for you. Oh, you just turned the mic off.
Sorry about that.
There you go.
Mayor Martin and ladies and gentlemen of the commission, my name is Jenny Cannon, and I'm the past president and current PR person for the American Legion Auxiliary here in Newberry, Florida. On April 2nd, 1946, the following women requested a unit charter from one of the oldest veterans organizations in the country. Yes, 80 years ago this month. I would like to recognize them today. Mrs. T.E. Clary, Mrs. C.G. Boyd, Mrs. I.E. Bishop, Mrs. S.B. Gravely, Mrs. Catherine Gravely, Mrs. Ira J. Carter, Mrs. L.G. Kennard, Mrs. D.L. Sullivan, Olivia G. Gray, Mrs. Dan G. Allen, Mrs. Nettie Suggs, Mrs. Ed Sapp, Mrs. M. Haywood, and Mrs. Stacy B. Lee. Are these your grandmothers? Are these your mothers, aunts, or women you know in the community and who you admire? Are you the grandmother, mother, sister, direct or adopted female descendant of members of the American Legion? Do you have a grandfather, father, brother, spouse who is currently serving in the military, or a deceased family member who has served? Are you yourself a veteran? Do you believe in promoting patriotism, supporting military families, and your community is an important task? The Legion building could be a hub in this community for these type of events. All it would take is the right people who feel these principles are worth standing behind. This year, our charter, during our 80th anniversary, took a vote to end our charter. We are aging out. I know that's not a nice way to put it, but that's the truth. We need volunteers from the community, and I'm here to appeal to the commission and the members of this community. We need your help. If we do not get support from the citizens of Newberry, I can't guarantee that we will be here to serve past 2027. I've brought pamphlets with me today that really kind of outline the different things we have been quietly doing for the last 80 years, and I ask you, please join us. Let's keep their legacy going. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jenny. You can leave a couple of those brochures for us. Just leave them behind if you could. All right. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, not a problem. Chris Mack, Newberry Main Street Organization. I want to thank the city, thank all the workers, thank the commissioners, thank everybody who was there this past weekend for our spring festival and our Lexington and Concord reenactment. It was a complete success. I've heard nothing but good things. We tried a lot of new stuff, new footprints, of course, reenactments. I don't know how many of those have been around, but at least not many in my time. They seemed to work out good. There were full bleachers. There were people standing, watching it all happen. It was a spectacular event. So thank all of you. Thank the people of Newberry, the citizens of Newberry, all the workers with the city. We could not do it without you guys, and we appreciate it. We're truly grateful. So thank you.
Well, we're grateful for you and your volunteers, Chris. I had a very good experience, a lot of positive comments about Saturday. They actually like the new footprint and everything, too. Yep, definitely. Come on down.
Hi guys, Melina here for the Newberry Historical Association. I wanted to announce that we are having our membership drive. It's our first one, so we are looking for anyone to join, and our membership is free for the first year as part of this drive, so no payments until April of next year. We have several tiers, so individual, family, business, and senior. So if you want to check that out, we do have a link on our Facebook page.
Wonderful. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right. Let's move on to the consent agenda. A couple items on there. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda from the dais? We have a motion from Commissioner Coleman and a second from Commissioner Long. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Motion passes unanimous. All right, we'll get into the meat of the agenda here tonight. Miss Sally, be ready. Public Ordinance 2601.
Yes, Commissioners, this is ordinance number 2026-01, second reading, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the future land use map in the comprehensive plan by changing the future land use category from Alachua County rural/agriculture to City of Newberry agriculture on 7 parcels identified as tax parcel numbers 02696-010-005, 01925-003-000, 04269-001-000, 04399-004-002, 01833-004-000, 01833-003-001, and 04391-002-000, comprising a portion of annexation number 40, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Thank you, Ms. Shelley. I take it you're standing in for Ms. Lauren tonight?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
You have the floor.
All right. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I'm here this evening for 3 second readings, so this will not be new for you. You've all seen this the last couple meetings, so we'll roll through them. So the recommendation this evening, as you've seen it, PZB saw it on February 2nd. You all saw it on March 23rd, and we're here for the second reading to go ahead and to amend the future land use to show the parcels that were just recently annexed in January, which is what this says here. So here's the location of those parcels. We did some close-ups so you can see them a little clearer. And again, like I said, they were annexed in January. This is the like-for-like land use and zoning they're requesting. And we would entertain any motion you might have for approval of these.
All right, thank you, Ms. Stacy. Any questions from the dais on the properties? Any from the public? Seeing none, I'll come back to the dais. Is there a motion? Second. Commissioner Clark and Commissioner Long on the second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Welcome to Newberry.
The ayes have it. Motion passes unanimous. All right.
Oh, let's go back this way. It's down.
All right, the next one is actually quasi-judicial 2602. And when we enter into a quasi-judicial procedure, this means that the commission will stop being a legislative body and become a judicial board, which means that we have to follow certain rules and adhere to different standards of decision-making. The primary rule we must follow concerns testimony, and the substantial and competent evidence standard must be met when the judicial board makes a decision. The standard states the following. All public testimony will be taken under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into evidence, and the giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts. Closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. Now I'm going to ask the city attorney to read into the record the ordinance or resolution by title only.
This is an ordinance on second reading, ordinance number 2026-02 for petitions number LDR 26-02, 26-03, 26-04, 26-05, 26-06, and 26-08. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the official zoning atlas in the land development regulations by changing the zoning district from Alachua County Agriculture to City of Newberry Agricultural on 7 parcels identified as tax parcel numbers 02696-010-005, 01925-003-000, 04269-001-000, 04399-004-002, 01833-004-000, 01833-003-001, and 04391-002-000, comprising a portion of annexation number 40, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Thank you, ma'am. And now we're going to ask the clerk to swear in the applicant, staff, or any participant requesting to speak. So if you are here to speak on any of the quasi-judicial items tonight, please stand, raise your right hand, and be sworn in.
Please state your name for the record.
Stacy Hectus.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Great. Before we do any of the presentations, I need to disclose any ex parte communications and disclose when any member physically inspected the property. Ex parte communications are any conversations or transmission of information that may have bearing or influence on a voting member's decision. We'll start here from my immediate right.
Absolutely not.
Commissioner Long?
None.
Commissioner Farnsworth? Commissioner Clark?
None.
Commissioner Coleman?
None.
All right, fantastic. Well, the presentations will begin with staff and then the applicant. We'll take a recommendation and then we will hear from public comment and followed by cross-examination of each of the participants, and then members of the decision-making body through the chair may ask questions of the staff, applicant, or the participants, and then they have an opportunity to make a final argument. We will have a decision-making notification for the applicable law, deliberations, and then we will, after the deliberations, move to a vote to approve with conditions, continue, or deny the application. Understood? Very good. Ms. Hectus, you have the floor.
All right. Here, this is again the second reading of this item. Planning and Zoning saw it and unanimously voted for it in February, and you all saw it just recently in March, and we are here. This is the same parcels from before, and this is the like-for-like land we did the land use before. This is the zoning now. And again, these were those parcels annexed in January. And here we are showing you the close-ups of each of them, also in your packet. I think it died. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Again, we're looking for you to approve based on second reading for this evening.
Very good. Are any of the applicants here to present?
We are the applicant, I think.
Oh,
No, we're not. We're representing them. We're bringing them through the process because that's the next step for us,
Very good.
for them, actually.
Very good. Well, we'll skip cross-examinations, but are there any public comments on any of the properties? You have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, is there any questions from the board? Going once, going twice. Okay. All right. I'm assuming there's nothing that you left out, Madam Hectus. And Ms. Attorney, could you please advise the decision-making body of the applicable law and factual findings?
Yes, Board, you must base your decision on the relevant, competent, substantial evidence that was presented to you tonight, either verbally or in the information in your packet.
Thank you, ma'am. If there's no other questions of staff, I'll take a motion from Commissioner Mazon. And a second from Commissioner Clark. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimous. All right. Number 8, eliminating the Board of Adjustment. Stacy, walking through this one too?
I am.
This is second reading of ordinance number 2026-10, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the text of the Code of Ordinances relating to eliminating the Board of Adjustment, providing for codification and correction, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
All right, Ms. Hectus, you have the floor.
All right, and this is our second reading this evening. Elimination of the Board of Adjustment. And the question for this evening is, should the commission take over the responsibilities of the Board of Adjustment? And the recommendation for that would be to approve ordinance 2026-10, LDR 2617. Oops, I should have said on the second reading, to remove the Board of Adjustment from the Code of Ordinances.
So moved.
Okay.
So I get Commissioner Farnsworth on the motion. Who was on the second? Commissioner Long on the second. Yeah, the Board of Adjustments sort of been duplicitous, so I think that's really the kind of the motivation for bringing this forward. Is there any further discussion from the dais? Any from the public? We are the Board of Adjustment anyway, so it's just saves a little process time, I suppose. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous.
Thank you.
You got it. Agenda items, Alachua County Tree Planting Program Interlocal Agreement. Ms. Bacchitis, you're on this one, huh?
Thank you, yes.
All right.
My name is Chelsea Bacchitis. I'm with Community Development.
Make sure your mic is on.
All right. For the record, my name is Chelsea Bacchitis. I am the Community Redevelopment Agency Coordinator. I have here from the county, Miss Lacey Holtzwitz. She's the, I believe, arborist for the county. The Alachua County Tree Planting Program encourages the planting and sponsorship of trees on road right-of-ways, building grounds, stormwater facilities, parks, and parking lots. Municipal participation in the program would allow the city of Newberry to receive trees at no cost from the county to be planted on city property. The county would maintain the trees for 3 years, but the city would be responsible for the long-term care of the trees. All trees purchased will be nursery grown and considered high-value trees. Species with these characteristics include, but are not limited to, live oak, bluff oak, winged elm, magnolia, bald cypress, southern red cedar, holly, longleaf, and spruce pines. Trees, when planted and maintained near public spaces, benefit the public and helps to create safer, healthier, more walkable and livable communities and neighborhoods. And trees growing near the street right-of-ways, parking lots, and buildings absorb harmful pollutants, reduce glare, and help moderate temperatures. I've included, for the commissioners' benefits in this packet, a policy sheet written by Miss Lacey Holtzwitz, the county arborist, and a brochure, but she's also here to answer any questions you folks may have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am, come on up. Come on down. So other than the getting of the trees and promoting just the general welfare with trees, are there any other components about the county's oversight or any relationship that we're getting involved in with you here?
No, my name's Lacey Holtzworth, Alachua County arborist. I have actually planted trees in Newberry before. I have since learned that when we work with other boards, our board requires an interlocal agreement. So now that's what we're going through now. But we've planted approximately more than 60 trees in the city. We have interlocal agreements with at least 5 other cities, I think, and the, maybe not 5, 4, and the school board. We plant trees. Every year I come up with a plan. Let me raise this up a little bit. A work plan, and we cover the whole county, so it takes a while to get all the way around the county. I make sure that we hit all districts and quadrants and communities and cities. So it's probably going to be another year or 2 before we can get back to Newberry.
Okay. We actually just planted a Liberty tree on Saturday, a winged elm right here, adjacent to City Hall.
I saw a lot of new trees. It's nice.
Or is there any comment from the board or any questions from the board? Commissioner Clark?
So any projects we do here, the county will just pay for the trees to bring out, or is there a certain way we need to get them from you?
So
A new development, a red light, a grocery store, what happens?
The policy focuses on pedestrian paths. So what we're planting trees primarily for is where people congregate or walk to try and provide shade. So there are some restrictions. I need to have setbacks, and we don't plant in where there's utilities and there's oftentimes DOT or even the county's requirements for recovery zones next to highways. That is the primary focus. I also maintain them, so we have to have access to them, so we can't put them in the back of a basin that we can't get to. So it's primarily for street trees or park trees where people congregate. So did I answer your question?
Okay.
Uh,
Mr. Manager?
Go ahead, Commissioner Coleman. I yield the floor.
Is that the bag that goes around the bottom of them? Y'all go around and fill them up? Is that how y'all do it? Or you actually?
So we have a couple of different techniques that we're using, and I can talk about trees all night, but that is one of the ways that
If you
we do.
don't have access to water, then that's what y'all use, right?
In the past, Newberry has given me access to water at the fire
cool.
department. So
That's what
we
I
have worked that out in the past. And we have lost a few trees in Newberry, but I want to say our losses run around 10% of the trees we plant. So we have, in the 8 years, that's running for 8 years. So we have a really good program, and we take good care of our trees. So one of the ways we do water them is with those bags. And we have some other techniques that we're using that are also proving to be helpful.
City Manager?
I was just curious, so if the city of Newberry had a park that brought in, I don't know, 400,000 out of county visitors, and there was a walkway around that park, that would be eligible for this program?
I believe so.
we're gonna have
You
a lot
have
to
to
talk about.
understand that there is one county arborist and one truck.
Oh, we can supply people to help. Yeah.
All right, very good. Is there a motion to approve the signing of the interlocal agreement? All right,
Yeah, I think the next step, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I just forgot to tell you that the interlocal agreement then goes to our board. It usually is on consent. And so far, they're really excited about this program, so I haven't had any reason for it to be pulled.
good to hear.
Do you have any cards?
I have them in my car. I don't have a truck.
We can also email the commission. I'm sure Chelsea can get us the contact information.
I think if you have the brochure in your, has my information, as well as my policy has the information. And like I said, there's only one county arborist, so you can find me.
Well, thank you. We have a motion and a second, properly executed. All those in favor signify by saying tree.
Tree.
All those opposed say no tree. The trees have it. Motion passes 5-0. All right, number 10, appointing a citizen advisory task force for the Community Development Block Grant Program. Madam Attorney, you have a resolution to read?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You all, as part of this item, will consider resolution number 2026-12, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, creating and appointing a citizen advisory task force for the Community Development Block Grant Program, providing for severability, repealing all resolutions in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Jane, do you have anything we're adding here? I have your name on this.
Yeah, when Dallas isn't here, throws it to me. Kidding. I'm Jane Sullivan, the city grant and funding manager, and the Citizen Advisory Task Force Board will help us get more points for our grant. So it's a board that simply advises on the needs of the community and puts forth projects. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the board? All right. Do we, did I see something where we had names to approve or anything on here?
The name should be listed in the resolution itself.
Okay,
I believe they're also in the backup material.
okay. I just don't have them on this part then. Okay. All right, any questions or comments from the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying. I guess we do need to do motion first. Commissioner Mazon has made the motion. Is there a second? Commissioner Coleman on the second. Mazon and Coleman. All right, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, unanimous. Good job, Ms. Jane. Thank you, Ms. Jane. Okay. Mr. City Manager, looks like this is a discussion item for moving the Memorial Day scheduled meeting to the Tuesday, the 26th. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. You handled it for me, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. All right, any discussion on moving the 25th to the 26th? That's okay with everybody. Any comment from the public? All right, is there a motion to do so? Do we need a motion? A motion to move the meeting is Commissioner Clark and Commissioner Farnsworth. Was that you on the second? Okay. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. The ayes have it. All right, we're already at comments, 46 minutes in. Citizens first. Citizens first. Citizens first. Seeing none, what? Come on down. Excuse me, you have 5 minutes. You'll have 5 minutes.
We're off to a great start here. Hello, everyone. My name is Rhett Coleman. I was told by my father I could come up here and say whatever I wanted for 5 minutes. And if you know Commissioner Coleman, we Colemans love any opportunity we can to speak. So here I am. I want to start off by saying, personally saying thank you for hosting the Florida American Legion Boys State Orientation right here in this room. We had a few families right here that are from the Newberry area and surrounding areas. We're actually going to be sending them up all the way to Tallahassee. They'll be joining 500 other seniors in high school where they're going to run a fictional state government. And the cool thing is, the first day, they're going to run, for, if they so choose, for city council or city commission or even the mayorship or whatever. So it was really cool that they got to see what this room looked like and what it would be like in the real world if they won those positions. In fact, I just learned today that Mayor Marty, or Tim, you went in 1989. Is that correct? Yeah. I was just a few years behind you in 2008. I was born in 1991, by the way. So beyond that, I also just want to say the second point I want to make tonight is I believe every single one of you up here is doing an amazing job. I have witnessed many different city commission meetings. I have done reporting on them for news reports. I've even reported some for breaking Florida statute before. I mean, it's crazy what I've witnessed. So take it from me when I say, from personal experience, Newberry has it down pat. The fact that I can go online and look at your agenda, that I can look at your minutes, that I can easily contact any of you and get information, that is not normal in the state of Florida. That is exceptional, and that is unheard of. So I just want to thank you so much for doing a great job on that. And Dad, I'll take my steak medium rare tonight when you give me that dinner. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Any other citizen comments? Seeing none, City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have a couple. First, I want to let folks know that today was the first day of the Gator Cup City of Newberry partnership. So that's the big archery tournament that's happening out there at Easton. So you might see a bunch of archers coming in and out. You know, you'll notice them. They'll have strange shirts on and paraphernalia and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully they're eating in our local restaurants. I want to say a big thanks to my team. So as you guys know, Thursday night I went down. One of the hallmarks, I believe, of good management is that if the manager disappears, everything just keeps rolling on, right, without you. And that almost happened perfectly. I do need to apologize to Rachel's hair salon over here. One of the things that was on my to-do list was to cone off her parking lot. I went over with Rance at about 6:30 in the morning, all the things. I forgot that one. That's on me. It's not on city staff. It's not on Main Street. That was my bad. So I wanted to offer that apology. Besides that, I agree. Nothing, I got no other complaints. The reenactment was fantastic. I couldn't quite tell if it was a feverish haze, but there was a whole Revolutionary War happening in downtown Newberry. It was very strange, but everybody had a great time, and the festival got rave reviews. Everybody liked the new footprint. Really enjoyed that. Being on First Avenue, the shade that was over there, all that went off really, really well. There were two things that, and I always have to say thank you to Crystal, because Crystal's kind of the glue that holds everything together, advertising, Facebook posts, and all that kind of stuff. But they all stepped in and covered for me wonderful. There were two things that I heard tonight that I just wanted to emphasize. One, JD said that he picked Newberry because in Newberry, community is a functional reality. And I can't agree with that statement more. I know that this has been a rough campaign season. I know that it's hurt, right? But I also know that not too long ago, the entire state of Florida froze. And Newberry came together, and we actually beat the peak. So the electric bills are much, much lower than what they would have been had we not come together as a community. And everybody turned the temperature up a little bit because we were not warming up as much. Publix and Southern Fuelwood and Bravo and Watson rolled over onto their generators, and we kept Newberry out of the worst pricing, which if you look around at some of the other cities was astronomical, right? And in my mind, that's exactly what we mean when we talk about a functional community. It's this weekend, it's coming together to host a reenactment and plant a tree, but it's also coming together when the entire state is under a freeze warning, which has only happened 5 times in 50 years, right? That is functional community. I'm proud of that. And then we just heard from Mr. Coleman that Newberry is exceptional in the state, and I agree with that as well. I think that there are things that we do because it starts with up here with you guys setting the tone and the tenor. Staff takes those things seriously, and it's gotten to the point where it's almost taken for granted, right? But I didn't take it for granted this weekend when I could lay in bed not knowing the difference between reality and fever and know that with just a few texts and a couple phone calls, all of those events were going to go on because you guys pitch in, lead the way, our staff pitches in. It's what a community is. It's what a community does. I agree that we are exceptional in the state, not because of any single one of us, but because all of us collectively make an incredible team. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. That concludes my comments.
Well said. Madam Attorney, Madam Clerk, got anything going on?
Yeah.
A little something. Tomorrow is our municipal election. Will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please come out and vote. Bring your ID. If you have a vote by mail ballot or an absentee ballot, whatever you want to call it, you can bring it to City Hall. We'll be accepting them from opening at 7 a.m. to 6:59 p.m., where we will then verify all the signatures with the County Supervisor of Elections office. So I look forward to seeing everyone there. Good luck.
Commissioner Coleman.
First off, Melina Parker, Chris Mack, my word. Thank you for loving our community. I mean, y'all work so hard for all this stuff here. And it always goes off perfect, or maybe it's because I'm not behind the scenes and don't see all that, but unbelievable. Every time y'all put stuff together. First off here, I want to apologize to all the citizens of Newberry for the mudslinging that has gone on here. I believe myself that I have really, except maybe a couple of times, has stayed away from the book and all the other social media stuff. But this has really been, it's been pretty bad. And I don't like it. That ain't Newberry. You know what Newberry is? Newberry is dying 3 times in a hospital bed and being brought back, and then being shipped off for rehab for another 6 months. And then you turn over and look, and half of Newberry shows up, was there looking at me in a bed. Newberry is all the food that's probably still frozen in our freezer that they just constantly were carrying Marcy through all that. Newberry is not all just farmers. It's not. It's people, police, it's ambulance, it's our citizens. That's what makes Newberry. And I'm tired of the hate. I hate it. I hate. So I will tell you that I'm running for the commission. And if you still want me, that's fine. If you want my opponent, that's fine too. But let's just don't have the hate here. I mean, we're exceptional. We're above it. And thank you, Rep, for talking good about my city. Thank you, or our city. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Clark?
Same as,
Make sure you,
thanks to Main Street. I was downtown with the family, the grandbabies. Everything was good. So I appreciate everybody that was involved in that. And tell your staff, I know y'all do, not staff, but your people that help, volunteers and everybody, because it really takes everybody. And our staff, thank y'all. Chief, I would like to say I seen the nice photo. You got a nice big grant for us with the city manager. Thank y'all. Thank you. Those are exceptional, and it really helps for our fire department. So thank you there. I too am running for commission seat 2 tomorrow. I'm up for election, and my opponent we have not had mudslinging, but the entire campaign is really gone to the bad side. So I think it's time to get this election behind us, let the people vote, and just cool your jets. So I think that's where we are. But we got troops deployed. God bless this country, and God bless our troops that are deployed. And that's what I got.
thank you, sir. Commissioner Farnsworth?
I agree with both Commissioner Coleman and Commissioner Clark, and I'm pretty much ready to get this over with too. But anyhow, I do want to thank for all the supporters and people that have come and told me what a great job I've done over the years, and they hope that I continue to be able to serve the people of Newberry. I don't even have a gator joke tonight, so I'm kind of slacking there. But I wish the candidates good luck, except for the 2 running against me. And you guys get out and vote, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Long?
So I reiterate what the guy said. So much we hear about Newberry's lost its small time feel. It's all you hear every election. That's all people want to talk about. But people miss people like Melina, Chris Mack, their team, their efforts, people that really put in the work to give people a reason to get out their house. I come from a small town where a lot of people didn't have a reason other than work, farm, hunt, and fish. That's all they come out the house for. But when you have an opportunity to get out and meet people at restaurants, Tony's Toy Drive, the Watermelon Festival, Christmas Parade, you have so much going on in Newberry that you have a reason to get to see your neighbors. Well, Easton has events, Champions Parks has events. People do so much complaining about growth that they miss the small things in life. That's getting an opportunity to get to know one another, get to see each other, get to see our kids grow, just get to be Newberry. I grew up in Newberry, I graduated here, and all I remember is loading watermelons, ranch burger, and backyard barbecue. And neither one of them is here now. And people just get so caught up with what they don't have and what they want that they forget the stuff that people really put the work in and really make Newberry proud for to come through. Because when I remember the Blues Festival, my first one I did, the voting for it, met a guy from Canada that came all the way down here just for that. That's Newberry. You know, having the opportunity to get out and meet people, and that's what it's really about. And people miss that because they get so caught up with complaining. Our world is full of people complaining, but you miss the small things. And in life, that's the only thing that matters, the small things. And if you don't pay attention to them, you miss everything. So get out and vote tomorrow. and let's have Newberry keep us proud.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Maison.
Yeah, man, people do complain. I'm about to complain right now. Man, that festival, man, my pockets was deep. Man, came home with plants, seriously. Came home with a flag, woodwork. Trying to talk my wife out of getting the golf cart. Huh? Bread, just right. Got the bread. See, that's another thing. But it was great. And like Donald Long says, give people a reason to come to the city of Newberry. And I can't say more about our staff. I could talk all day about our staff. I see them. I love to see them when I'm working. And but what I do want to say is MLK had a Easter egg hunt that went phenomenal. I think it was their first egg hunt, and it was great. People in the neighborhood enjoyed it, and they look forward to it next year. The Spring Festival I just spoke about, it was phenomenal, man. The reenactment was great. I recorded that, took some pictures. I want one of those outfits. I'm a huge fan. I really am. The black smoke, the gunpowder. I mean, the entire thing was awesome. You did a phenomenal job with that. You did. That was very good. And then another thing, the dog park. The dog park, the ribbon cutting, man, that's awesome. People, when I'm working, and I see people and I tell them about the dog park, they're excited about it. Some of them haven't heard about it, but when they do hear about it, they can't wait to go over there. And I mean, just the way it was planned out, two sides, two different weights, and then you have the water, and then eventually we're going to get the water in the middle to where you can have your water, and you can give just the way it was planned out, just the way it was organized, just the way our staff and the staff was out there too, and that was great. That whole ribbon cutting was phenomenal, and that's all I got. I mean, I am running as soon as he's done to the truck because I got date night tonight, so that's all I have.
So the downside of going last is everybody steals your thunder, but I appreciate everything that y'all said. Chief, I did want to put you on the spot and have you come up and just say a couple things about the check that y'all did receive from the state fire marshal, if you could, please. Looks like the mic is already on, so.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Sure.
That was phase one of what we hope to be at least two-phase project of a regional training facility. Thank you to Jane for all of her effort that she put into it, and it was great to see you down there. Hopefully we'll be able to have a recruiting center locally to keep up with the growth that our community is going to experience.
Very good. Perfect.
Just, Mr. Mayor, the chief missed the best part. As soon as we build this burn box, we're going to have a little competition among the commissioners about who can climb up to in a full-fledged fire, right? Who can make it all the way to the top and back.
Geared up and everything.
Geared up, yeah. The flames, okay? Yeah.
All right. No, we appreciate you, Chief. Thanks, Gene, for doing that. So that was a $500,000 grant that we got from the state fire marshal, who's also the chief financial officer, to go towards that regional training facility that we're going to put down at the. Again. Seems like that's our brand. That's just our brand. All right.
You said it at the state of the city, but I believe that puts us well over $37 million in grants in this past year. So thank you, Ms. Jane. You led the way.
Yeah. Thank you, Jane. This meeting is adjourned.